On March 23, 1944, a bomb exploded in the streets of Rome, targeting a Nazi police unit. 33 German soldiers were killed in the attack. The Nazi leadership's response was immediate and terrifying. Adolf Hitler ordered that for every German soldier killed, 10 Italians must die. This brutal order marked the beginning of one of the darkest war crimes in Italian history, the Ardeatine Massacre. The Nazis had only a few hours to find 330 victims. They filled the lists with political prisoners, Jewish civilians, and even innocent people grabbed from the streets. In the chaos, the number of victims accidentally rose to 335. To leave no witnesses behind, Nazi officer Herbert Kappler decided to execute those extra 5 people as well. Men from all walks of life were loaded into trucks and driven to an old quarry outside the city. The execution took place inside the dark tunnels of the Ardeatine Caves. The victims were brought in groups of 5. They were forced to kneel and were shot in the back of the neck. As the piles of bodies grew higher, the next victims were forced to kneel on top of the dead. The Nazi officers involved were reportedly drinking alcohol throughout the process to cope with the sheer brutality of their own actions. When the massacre was over, Nazi engineers used dynamite to blow up the entrance of the caves. They wanted to bury the evidence and the 335 bodies under tons of rock. For months, the families in Rome waited for news of their loved ones in silence. It was only after the Allied forces liberated the city that the caves were reopened, revealing the horrific scale of the mass murder to the entire world. After the war, many responsible officers fled, including Erich Priebke, who hid in Argentina for nearly 50 years. When he was finally caught and put on trial in the 1990s, he claimed he was only following orders. Today, the Ardeatine Caves serve as a national monument and a silent grave. It stands as a reminder of how quickly a regime's hatred can turn human lives into nothing more than a statistics. One of the most tragic parts of the Ardeatine Massacre was the role played by an Italian, Pietro Caruso, the chief of police in Rome. When the Nazis struggled to find enough victims for the execution, Caruso offered his help. He personally handed over a list of 50 Italians from his own prisons to the Gestapo. This betrayal was never forgotten by the people of Rome. During his trial in 1944, an angry mob stormed the court and lynched one of the witnesses. Caruso himself was sentenced to death and executed by firing squad, forever remembered as the man who sold his own people to the executioners.